Hey Guardians, hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're enjoying the final shape. I know that I have been. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my initial thoughts on Prismatic from a PvP perspective. So far, I'm actually really enjoying Prismatic. I don't expect it to really change the PvP meta that much. I think there will be a honeymoon period where everyone is running it, but then I think it will inevitably go back to Void Titan and Solar Warlock. But I just wanted to talk about what I like on Prismatic and what I'm not a huge fan of. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is I am a hunter main, and hunters are usually pretty stat starved, but take a look at my stat spread here. 7 mobility, 7 resilience, 100 recov, 100 discipline, 60 intellect. That is, if you had told me before Prismatic came out that I could get this sort of stat spread on a hunter, I would have laughed at you. And if I had like a full set of artifice armor, honestly, it could even be better. And it's worth noting that I have this stat spread while still having triple dexterity and triple unflinching. So if I wanted to drop an unflinching or a dexterity, or both, I could go up to 80, 90 mobility. I could go up to 80 mobility, 70 intellect. I could stay at 7 mobility and go up to like a 9 resilience. Lots of different things there that could be done. So that is the first thing that I really like about it, is that this helps hunters, given that hunters are typically very much stat starved. Now, of course, this being a very stat-heavy subclass, it does also help Titans and Warlocks, but this does make Hunter just feel much better as a whole from just a, raw gameplay perspective. And the fact that I'm able to get these stats and still have triple unflinching and triple dexterity is really what excites me the most here. I haven't really tried for any really crazy prismatic combos. I know that they're in there, and that's something we're going to touch on a little bit later. And the other thing, and this is a bit more niche, but perks and armor mods that interact depending on your subclass will interact with prismatic depending on the super you have. So this is actually really nice because, for one thing, if I'm using an energy primary, I could bump my stats up even further and take advantage of harmonic mods to still boost my weapons up. And the other thing is, I'm a big fan of Elemental Capacitor, but Arc Hunter is really lacking in a lot of ways. But with Prismatic, as long as I have Storm's Edge selected, I get to take full advantage of Elemental Capacitor. By the way, there will be a review on this shotgun. This shotgun is insane. Like, just briefly look at the stats here, and when I have these two perks enhanced, I will have 100 handling and 96 range, which is absolutely batshit. But back on topic, as someone who is very gunplay focused in their playstyle, being able to take advantage of Elemental Capacitor without having to play on Arc Hunter is fantastic because, look at this swap speed. That is kind of crazy for a shotgun these days. And if you want to make this even crazier, if you have 2 Elemental Capacitor weapons, let me kill myself real quick so I get some more special. If you have 2 Elemental Capacitor weapons, the swap speed gets even faster because the stow speed on your primary is also faster. And this honestly just really makes me wish that we had more guns with Elemental Capacitor. Because, that feels so good. And the handling on Rose just in general with Elicap is just insane. Now, the next thing I really like on Prismatic, and for Arc Hunter as well, is this new super is kind of crazy. It might even be a little bit broken, minus the fact that the cooldown is quite a bit slower than something like Blade Barrage or, Deadshot, Silence and Squall, something like that. But the main thing about this super is, unlike Blade Barrage, this super is very difficult to escape. You move so fast. It has a huge blast radius on it. And while I haven't had a chance to test this yet, I believe this will kill Titans out of bubbles. I had something happen earlier. I'll post the clip up here if I can find it now, but where a Titan cast a bubble, I threw my super and it sent me inside the bubble and it killed him. So I do want to do some more testing on this super. I know that it will kill people out of a well. If a Titan already has their bubble established, then I want to see if, this will still go inside the bubble and kill them, or at the very least destroy the bubble. Because when that happened with that one Titan, it was just barely after he'd cast his bubble, so I don't know if there's a chance that maybe it bugged out or something and just put the knife inside of his bubble. But either way, this super is crazy. And this is really nice too because like Gathering Storm just is not a good PvP super. It's a damage over time super, which is not ideal in PvP. For one-off supers in PvP, you really want something that just does a massive burst of damage all at once as opposed to damage over time, because you want it to be able to just immediately nuke a well, a bubble, a roaming super, so on and so forth. Now, the next thing that I like about Prismatic is this allows me to combine a lot of things that I like from other subclasses. Such as with what I'm running here, we have, of course, Storm's Edge, Threaded Spike, Grapple, and that combo allows for some very just explosive and violent plays. Mainly because all that together coupled with Stompies means that you can get around very quickly, and if resilience gating is ever hopefully addressed in some way and I can drop my resilience down and go back to having 100 mobility, it will make me even faster. But this allows me to just be very fast and very aggressive, which I'm a huge fan of. Like the combo there with the grapple into the super, if I need to, you know, maybe my team needs some help somewhere, I can grapple over to them and then super. It's just, there's so many good combos here. I'm using Threaded Spike because Threaded Spike is basically throwing knife, but better because Threaded Spike has like Call of Duty attack dog tracking, which is insane. Like, don't get me wrong, Threaded Spike is still broken, and Grapple Melee is also still broken because while you can't shoot and then go into the Grapple Melee, like if you look here, that takes away my Grapple Melee if I shoot first. But the thing is, what I can still do is just swap over to my shotgun before or during the grapple, come in for the melee, and then shotgun. So Grapple Melee is still a problem because you can basically do the same thing, you just have to do it in a different order. I still think Grapple Melee definitely needs some tuning. Either it doesn't need to do as much damage, or it doesn't need to like disorient the enemy and send them flying when they get hit by it. It's just, it's still ridiculous right now. But as a whole, initial impressions on Prismatic are very good for that reason. The actual Transcendence isn't as strong in PvP as I thought it would be, which is a good thing. Because like the combined grenades are kind of ridiculous in what they can pull off, especially like the Titan one. I think like it will suspend and jolt, which is just absurd. So it's probably a good thing that Transcendence doesn't have a lot of uptime inside of PvP. Granted, I was mostly using, at least one kinetic weapon while I was playing. So if you want to try to increase your uptime on Ascendance, then the better thing to do would be to have an energy weapon and then either a stasis or strand weapon. That would probably help more than having a kinetic weapon. But regardless, I haven't seen a lot of Transcendence inside of PvP, which is, I would say, a really good thing. The next thing I want to touch on is Ascension for Arc Hunter. Basically, the way this works is you jump and use your class ability, and you do this, essentially. Now, I haven't quite figured out exactly what the point here with this thing is, because it doesn't do a ton of damage when you activate it. Like, it will damage an enemy, it will jolt them, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. So I do really like this, just because, to be perfectly honest, I mean, come on, it's just cool, right? Like, it just looks cool. Like, you can do, it's some anime shit, right? It looks awesome. Plus, the other thing that is kind of nice about it is whenever you do that, it just makes you amplified, which can be nice since amplified does also boost your movement speed, or your sprint speed, I should say. But again, I haven't quite figured out what the utility there is inside of PvP. I haven't used it really inside of PvE. I've heard some people say it's very strong. Apparently, like, if you're ad clearing, like, the damage from this is actually huge. But inside of PvP, it's kind of mixed for me so far. So to be honest, I'm mostly experimenting with it kind of as a movement tool. If I need to ascend rapidly, or, maybe I'm weak or something and I want to try to buy myself a little bit of time, I can do that behind cover, maybe take someone off guard, right? So maybe someone pushes me, I ascend, and then shotgun. I don't know, really. It's very cool. I just haven't quite figured out the utility on it yet. I'm sure, like, Cammy or someone will pretty soon. But I like it regardless, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm probably just going to use it because it's cool, at least inside of sixes. I don't know if I would necessarily use this inside of, like, maybe, trials or comp or something like that. But for 6s, it's very fun. It's definitely very fun. You can do some pretty stylish stuff with it. One utility that is definitely there for it, I suppose, is maybe trying to get behind a Titan barricade or something like that. But it's kind of a mixed one for me so far. I don't know if there's really a ton of really strong utility to it unless maybe you're using some kind of crazy arc build. But it's still very fun, very cool. I like it. Now, as far as things that I'm not as big a fan of, unfortunately, on Prismatic, it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be so far, at least. I hope my thoughts on that don't change in like a month or two, because they very well could. Like, Strand wasn't that big of a deal when it first released, right up until all of a sudden, people were figuring out that grapple melee is broken, and not too long after that, all of a sudden we were fighting just, armies of threadlings, right? So I hope that isn't the case with Prismatic. We'll still have to see. But regardless, unfortunately, there is still some pretty annoying stuff in here, some arguably pretty broken stuff. Such as an example, I don't have Prismatic unlocked on the other classes yet, just because I haven't had time. I don't know if I'll be doing the day one raid, actually just in a few hours here. I don't know if I'll have a team for it or not. But in the event I do, my focus has still just been, trying to get everything leveled up as much as I can, with the little time that we were given. But like I know on Titan, you can have knockout and you can have the Strand melee, I believe, which is just absurd. I mean, that is a broken combo. So what that means is you should get the melee distance buff from knockout, which really just should not be a thing at all. And you get the insanely aggressive tracking and kind of, rapid fire ability that is Frenzied Blade. Another example that I know will probably become a problem at some point, but is actually Mask of Bacchus on this class, and that's for a very specific reason. Much like Elemental Capacitor, exotics that synergize with a specific subclass will also work with Prismatic as long as you have the, right super selected. So that means I can select Silence and Squall, now I can use Mask of Bacchus, and I can have Winter's Shroud, which will slow targets if I dodge near them, and I can have Threaded Spectre. You can probably see where I'm going with this. So say someone pushes me, they happen to be unfortunate enough to just get a little too close, and I have now slowed them. They have a Strand clone right next to them. If they don't detonate it, I have Threaded Spike. Now they have Threadlings after them, and they're slowed. So maybe you can see what I mean here. There will absolutely be broken combos in this subclass for PvP. I just don't think people have necessarily found them all yet. And that's kind of to be expected. I mean, like, as a PvP main, I actually don't get as excited for new subclasses as much as other people do, mainly because every single time Bungie has fucked with the subclasses in some way, it breaks PvP. Sometimes that's, long-term, such as, Void Titan has been a problem in PvP for, I want to say, over 2 years now. Sometimes it's more short-term, such as, Storm Grenades when Arc 3.0 first came out, however long ago that was. Or even, all the way back in Forsaken, we remember, bottom-tier Striker Titan, Spectral Blades Hunter, Nova Warp, Warlock, so on and so forth. Every time Bungie fucks with the subclasses, it does something bad to PvP. And I really don't expect Prismatic to be any different, genuinely. It's just people haven't found those combos yet. Mainly because, obviously, people have been, rushing to do raid prep, given that we were given very little time. But also because Prismatic is a very complicated subclass. This is going to take time for people to, really learn and flesh out. But when that day does come, I fully expect that there will be completely busted combos inside of PvP. The thing I want people to keep in mind is that even if something has a higher skill ceiling, just like I think Prismatic does, doesn't necessarily mean it can't be broken. Like, as an example, Strand Hunter has been broken literally since the day it released. It's just that Strand Hunter has a higher skill ceiling than, something like Solar Warlock or Void Titan, where, pretty much anyone can just turn their brain off and still take full advantage of it. But if you've ever fought someone who really knows Strand Hunter inside and out, then you know how difficult that is to fight. I mean, look at Walla. Like, there's really no way to fight someone who's really proficient with Strand Hunter. Another example would be fusion rifles versus shotguns, right? Shotguns, I would say, have a lower skill ceiling, but if you fought someone who's really good with fusion rifles, there's basically nothing you can do against them outside of just sitting as far away from them as you can with, like, you know, a 120 or a scout or something like that. And I think the same can kind of be said of for, you know, PvE. I think once people, you know, really start learning Prismatic, I think that Prismatic will still have a higher skill ceiling than something like, you know, Well of Radiance Warlock or, you know, Warband or Titan. Where, again, even in endgame content, a lot of times you can just kind of turn your brain off and still profit from it. But I think in PvE, for people who are really proficient with Prismatic, they will be absolute monsters. They will be unstoppable in PvE. So anyway, guys, I'm going to just, you know, go into some clips here that I got the last little while. I haven't been able to play a ton of PvP the last several weeks, mainly because, obviously, Final Shape came out. I've been doing the raid grind just like everyone else, and, you know, on top of that, even before that, my focus was getting Godslayer, which, thankfully, I did succeed in. But I have managed to play some PvP since it came out. Most of the clips you're going to see are going to be Palindrome with this shotgun. And again, this shotgun is crazy. There will be a review on this. Palindrome is also still very, very good. And then there's one clip at the end where I was just playing with some friends and I was using Red Death. There will be a review on this very shortly. This gun is, you know, for PvP at least, this gun is broken. It probably needs to be evaluated in some way for PvP. Because genuinely, you guys have heard me say over and over again, No Time is the best pulse rifle in the game. But Red Death can easily give No Time a run for its money, and I'm not joking. But anyway, Guardians, we'll get into the gameplay. I'm not talking in these. I was in a Discord with some friends, and for the most part, they were doing PvE, so you'll hear them talking. But I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Do me a favor, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on Prismatic so far. And as always, leave me a like, and the best way you can support this channel is to hit that subscribe button with the bell icon, share this video with anyone who you think might find it interesting or helpful. For now, I will see you all in the next video. Peace, Guardians. And oh yeah, before I close the video, good luck to everyone with the Day 1 raid. I hope we all have a good time with it.
My res is up top.
I can't res you, I don't have one.
Shit.
Res leave.
Do I have to leave?
You're gonna have to get those glyphs in.
Alright. Let's see if I can do this.
You have 50 seconds.
Alright, I got one.
Can you just
Fleet?
come back up? Okay, Fleet.
No, not fleet, not fleet. Ghost ripped in half.
Yeah, okay.
I need another one, right?
Yep.
You have advanced.
Oh, where'd he go? Come on, where is he? Come on, he needs to come out. Actually,
He's right next to you.
yep, but I need some drip.
Together as one. I love it.
Well, that was stupid.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
Oh my god.
10 seconds
No,
away.
no, I can't. He keeps running away. Like a bitch. There he is. Oh. It's all over.
Oh, now they're counting deaths. Doodle's the only one who hasn't died.
He's the best. Ooh, double damage. Oh,
Okay, go. You guys are good. Ah!
Your
With the
enemy
chicken strips?
can't kill if they're dead.
Where is
The
he?
Tormentor's still here. He is. Ah!
Enemy has zone advantage. Zone advantage is yours.
There's gonna be a Tormentor when you guys get up here.
yeah.
He's here.
I don't have anything for him.
I don't either.
Shut the enemy down. 2 for 1.
Oh, now I do.
Tell them
Alright,
to
here we
line
go.
up fast.
4 shots. Missed.
Why does he hate me?
You have zone advantage.
You said something about him.
Fire team that fights together stays together. down. Zone A lost. They have advantage.
Look at him.
Zone
Ooh.
C captured.
Okay,
Zone
someone needs to grab the
advantage is
shield.
yours.
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
Let me move them out of the way. Hello, follow me.
Strength in numbers, Guardian. Three is yours.
I'm going.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Enemy claims zone
Oh, I'm gonna
B.
die. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here. Oh, no, we're good.
No, we're good.
Got a sword! Where'd he go?
I didn't get it.
Oh no, he wants me.
So, guess I'll grab this. Or wait, I'm not Aegis Touch.
Yeah, I think you fucked up.
That's why we have fire team.
Can you get Noodle?
Zone B
Yep. Oh, not yet.
Zone advantage is yours. You gained the lead. Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Now,
Okay.
who got Aegis Touch?
Zone C
Wave.
captured. Zone
No, no,
advantage
I got
is
shielded
yours.
from darkness.
Oh.
Okay, let's coordinate about shooting the
I'm ready to shoot it.
crystals. Okay, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh, I gotta shoot it more? Oh, okay. I didn't see it
Zone
open.
C lost.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Did anyone get
You
Aegis
have
Touch?
zone advantage.
Nope.
Nope.
Zone B
Nobody?
lost.
Yeah, it's definitely shot because it's
They'll
going on
never
this
want
side.
to match with you
Oh, I
again.
can just pick it up. Never mind.
Oh, that's gonna hurt me. I'm dead.
Zone
Oh,
C
really?
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh,
Okay, you guys ready?
yep.
Remember, we have to stay.
Zone A captured. Zone
Okay, wait for the
advantage.
witness attack.
Oh, we got ads.
Oh yeah, let's kill ads first, guys. Shit, I didn't save them. By a random dude.
Okay, we didn't get all the ads.
Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
You have a token, right, Noodle?
Down.
I think I have the only token left.
Witness attack.
Zone B.
Got a sword!
You have zone advantage.
Got him.
Guys.
This is amazing.
I won't.
What's this guy have? Balls on it. Do you have those in it?
Balls?
Balls? Yeah. Hot balls? Hot balls.
Five minutes left. Keep it up. Fire
Yeah,
team,
I mean. Run, 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 run!
can't kill
Oh.
if they're dead.
We need shield. Where's the next net?
left, 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 left.
Shut the enemy down. 3
Oh.
opponents down.
Run.
Oh, we didn't take that?
Nope. Oh, you did.
War
Okay.
is for
I did.
terrorists.
Okay, let's
Another
get
one
this
was
middle
fighting.
one, Noodle.
One that you can
Yeah.
win. Fight
Let's get it
Ready?
now.
Got it.
Okay, we need the shield on the other
Yeah.
side.
Sir Nutsalot. Okay.
You have zone advantage. They have advantage.
Outside.
Zone B captured. You have advantage. Zone A captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Jesus
Zone
Christ,
C
this
lost.
gun.